first of all, I'm just going to plug my new book here, Happening Werewolves. It's out on Amazon. So it's a graphic novel, but one other thing about it, Angel Collins, who some of y'all may know, was the first person to review the story when I was a member of the Macon Writers Group. One thing about the creative process, you wonder where does the ideas come from and such as that. And with me, there's no, it comes from my weird childhood. There was some things that I did, and I don't know however best describe it, but just maybe it was the influence of all these stories in church and such as that, of where they tell you about spirits and such. And I would sleep with my head covered and such as that, worried about, oh, is the spirit's going to come after me and such. And I would be, sometimes I'd go out in the yard and, at night and such, and I'd see a shadow, and I'd wonder, what is it? Is it something that's going to come up on me or something like that, or take me away to the netherworlds? But after a while, it's like, what's the point of staying in fear and such? And then we'll go. And I remember one time in particular where I was seeing these little shapes in the kitchen and such as that. I decided I'm going to talk to these spirits. I'm not just going to be scared of them and such as that. So I hopped up on the washing machine. We had a very small kitchen of where there was a washing machine and then, next to the stove of all things. And I started talking. I remember these little shadows that seemed like they were all around me, just listening to what I had to say. So I was like, I just, talk about anything, talk about my day and such as that. Or go, or sometimes under the security light in our yard driveway, I would go out and dance with them and such. And when I look back on that, I was like, God, how weird was that? But then again, I was also a child who would, on the playground, I would greet the sunrise when it come up over the missionary ridge, and just singing about that. So these experiences, come up into my stories and such. So it's one thing that I guess the moral of this is that if you do have a weird childhood, write stories about them, and don't be ashamed to share it. Thank you.